Hello, Ria Cole. Okay, so this is my update. What's going on with my book? Oh my gosh, crazy shenanigans. Okay, first, for the people who don't know, let me just quickly explain the plot of my book. So it's about these three criminals who are trying to kill this lady to get money to secure the bag. But then also, there's actually, it turns out as the book goes on, they're like, oh my gosh, there's actually a deeper reason between why they want to kill her. It's not just for securing the bag. They have another sort of connection to them. But then each of the three characters don't know each other. They only met each other because of the mission. So all three of them are like suspicious of each other and want to know the other person's reason for trying to kill the person rather than just to secure the bag, even though obviously they do care about securing the bag and getting rich. So much more than that as well thematically, because all three of the characters, obviously they're criminals, like obviously because fuck the government and rob everyone, but also they're just criminals because they have to, like, they were sort of, their past experiences had led to that. And oh yeah, it's a fantasy, by the way. It's like a fantasy book inspired, and it's also inspired by like Indian culture as well. All three of them had basically been through it and they've gone through lots of traumatizing stuff, and they all find each other. And at the start of the book they obviously like don't trust each other, but as the book goes on they slowly care about each other and they become friends and they form a found family. It's like, wow, they found other people. And it's like, you don't need actual family, or not even just family, but like anyone. And it's like three people have been through hard things but they're still slaying life, and they have each other and they're relating to each other, and it's honestly beautiful found family vibes, wholesome, but also they're criminals and they're cursed and they're low-key evil, so we love them. Like at the start they're only talking to each other to secure the bag, get rich, but then as the book goes on they're like, wow, I actually care about these people so much, what is going on? And like, out of the three characters, if you know, there's this character called like Mahika, like they're one of the three main characters, and they have like major trust issues. And so when they realize they actually like the other two characters, they're like, oh no, I care about these people but I can't trust them, what is happening? So yeah, very fun. So more detail into what the plot is. By the way, none of this stuff is spoilers, so don't worry. And then we can get into recent editing stuff. Oh my gosh, wow. We've got this guy called Amar. He's like famous. His wanted posters are hanged up everywhere. And then everyone's just simping for his wanted posters, to be honest, because he's actually really hot. Slay. I remember I was trying to find an image of like what he would look like, because my friend was said to make a Pinterest board. And now my search history is just Indian man with muscles. What the hell? But like, yeah, I couldn't find any images because maybe my navigation skills are awful, but who knows. The Pinterest board literally failed. It's just one random Indian guy on it and then that's it. So basically my guy is like famous for his crimes. He's an arsonist and he's also a thief, and he's also really good at breaking into places. So he broke into like the monarchy place. I think it's called, okay, I have two different names for it. The something Mahal, the something is different for each name, and I just keep on changing it because in my book literally every single name is so trash. Like I remember at one point I couldn't be asked to give this character a name, so I just called him Oat, as in like oats, the food, because I really just couldn't be bothered to call anyone anything. And then also what happened is I couldn't be asked to name this other character, so I just gave him a really generic Indian name and I called him Vijay. Because that's what every person's called, and it's so bad. And then I'm pretty sure there's like 3 different people with the same name as well, and then sometimes I just can't be asked to type, so I'm just like coming up with the most trash names, and I'm like, it's okay, I'll go back later and actually come up with a good name. So everything now just has cursed names. Oh my gosh, at the start of writing my book, they weren't even called Amar, Juhi and Mahika, or like Mahi for short. They were called like Fire, Waves and Glacier, because Mahiko doesn't even have like ice powers, but they used to in the previous edits, so that's why they're called Glacier. But literally I couldn't be asked to come up with actual names, I just named them after them, their magic. But yeah, back to what the plot is about. Okay, so we have iconic Amar living his life slaying, and he's like, okay, I normally don't like go for murder, I normally go for securing the bag, but if I have to murder someone to secure the bag, honestly, why not? Because we need to get rich, get rich fast. Yeah, so I don't know what I was trying to say, but yeah, so he's like, okay, I kind of need to find someone who's actually an assassin, and Mahiko's like the most like renowned assassin, so he's like, okay, I'll find them. And then also like Amuro is a thief, but his hair is literal fire, and he is very loud, and his like if this was D&D, his stealth would be like a -1,000,000. So he's like, okay, let's find Juhi, since she's actually the queen of espionage Rani. So yeah, so we get so all three of them meet, and they're like, okay, we're all doing this to secure the bag, and we have to kill this person called Sahana, because like because Amuro gets hired by this person. Sahana is basically the #1 Ayurvedic healer person, right? And like Sahana works for like all the like rulers and shit like that. So this is like the second Ayurvedic person who's like, okay, I want to become #1, so you bitches need to kill her for me. And they're like, okay, let's do it to secure the bag. But it turns out the main characters actually have beef with Sahana, who's like the #1 Ayurvedic person, right? So they secretly have beef with her, and then none of the other ones know they have beef with her, and then everyone's just like, why? Like, and also all three of the main characters are hiding shit, and then the other main characters are like, this is really suspicious. So they're all just suspicious of each other, and it's like, what is going on? So everyone's like, what are their real motives? Who can be trusted? What is going on? I am having a crisis. All three of the main characters are sus of all three of the main characters. Exactly. And also this random other person is chasing them and shooting them with a bunch of arrows and trying to kill them, and they're like, what the hell is going on with that? So yeah, fun fact as well. She's called Bhavna, we love her. Okay, now actually onto what recent edits are happening. Okay, with the romance, I'm literally having a crisis, because originally, okay, right at the start of the book, there's literally the most cursed ship ever, which I'm not even gonna say. If you guys want to know, harass me in the comments and maybe I'll say in a future video. But literally the most cursed dynamic ever, but it's okay, we're past that now. With the romance, first, when I was writing it, these two characters got together and I was like, wow, this works so well. It's immaculate. This is the best ship ever. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna like be the #1 ship. It's gonna be everyone's OTP. And then now, like that was when I was writing it. But then now when I'm writing it, I also ship this person and this person. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? I ship these two and I ship these two, but then I don't ship these two as much anymore. I ship these two, but then also these two do work really well. But then I remember I was reading through previous scenes and I'm seeing romantic scenes of, because in my actual draft now there's like 1% romance, 99% plot, which I think it is like very iconic and very slay, but I literally just couldn't be asked to write any of the romance, because what happens is as you write the book it changes anyways. So what even is the point? There is none. Who is she? Point, I don't know her, you know, because right at the end then you can actually assess which characters belong together. So maybe when I finish just writing the entire, going through all the edits, then I can be like, okay, this is the actual romance that needs to happen. But when I showed all my friends the pictures of like the characters and explained, hey guys, these are the characters, who do you ship, it splits. So basically there's going to be a fandom war, and the book hasn't even started yet, because some of my friends ship this, some of my friends ship this, and then none of my friends ship there. But yeah, you know, so basically when my book actually gets published, if it gets published, because I don't know, I feel like I want to publish this one, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there's going to be a fandom war about shipping, and that's very cursed, so can't wait for that. Or probably not, if when I finish the editing and one of the ships actually is atrocious, and then everyone's like, no Ria, what the hell, and then I can actually be like, okay, like this is the ship for us, so it should be okay. But yeah, I'm basically having a crisis about what to do with that, but honestly it will be fine, it'll be okay. I'm just too good of an author that I made 2 really good potential ships. But the friendships in the book is even better. Oh my gosh, like all 3 of the main characters banter with each other, immaculate. They're all just pissing each other off, they're all idiots, and they all vibe together, and they all just slander each other all the time, because they're literal criminals and they're just insulting each other, and it's actually beautiful. And I just stand their friendship so much. The dynamic between the main 3 characters, immaculate. Okay, let me explain all 3 of the characters' personality. You've got Amuro, he's like confident, crackhead, impulsive, and doesn't know what stealth or actually like chilling out is. Then we have Juhi, she's like mum friend, cries 24/7, over dramatic. I just realized I'm like that, over dramatic, slay, right? And then she's also will fold your clothes, just honestly queen. And but as the book goes on, she does become more of a girl boss and actually learns to set boundaries and shit like that. So love that, queen, slay. Then we have, also she's a fashion icon. Next we have Mahika. They're just like dead inside 24/7, but they secretly will want to be your friend, but they won't admit it to you. And they're the most savage character ever and will just silently insult you. But then once they become friends with you, they'll actually insult you to your face. If they insult you to your face, you should be honored. And then all three of them just like vibing with each other is immaculate, because like all three of those personalities bounce so well off each other. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I love them so much. Yeah. Another update is that I'm actually just sorting out random background characters as well, because before I was just like, random character does that, but like now I'm actually like, okay, maybe I should actually like put in effort. So now we're putting in effort. So background characters are slaying, their vibes, their moods, we love them. Am I gonna go into the background characters? No. Maybe, I feel like I want to do a video where I'm like, I introduce you to every single character in the book. I think I need to finish editing first, and then editing first, and then I can be like, these are all the characters, yay, and then you guys can be like, whoa, they're so cool. So that is the plan. And then also I was like, the monsters in the book need to be more vibes and more cool. So now I've written lots of cool monsters in the book so everyone be scared. So let me talk about my favorite monster. It's called the Fool, because basically I can't be asked to come up with names, and fool means flower in English, like fool is Hindi, right? So I literally couldn't be asked to call this monster anything, so I called it Flower. Big brain Rhea moment. So yeah, basically how it works is there is these flowers, and when you breathe they grow. So you basically have to hold your breath if you don't want them to come towards you. And what happens is when they get like really close to you, you get amnesia. So you literally just can't remember anything. And then that's permanent amnesia, I think. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll see. Like literally trust nothing I say in this video, because I haven't even published it. So then if I edit it, and then like once I get like force my friends to be beta readers, and like they tell me their input and I change it, probably this entire video won't even apply anymore, but who knows. So yeah. And then also, when the flower actually touches you, you disappear. Nobody knows where you've actually gone to. So no one wants to be touched by it, because they're like, do I disintegrate? Do I go into this place that I can't say because it's not even a spoiler, and I probably talked about it in a different video, but fine, you know, yeah. And then also what's really cool about it is like, yeah, so everyone's holding their breath and they're like, wow, these flowers are just like chasing us, and they're like, ah. So it's very cursed. But also when the MCs use their magic on the flowers actually get bigger and go towards them more fast. So they're like, wow, our magic won't even work. So I feel like that's the main cool thing about this monster, is that the main characters have to think of a way to destroy the monster without their magic. Because out of the three main characters, Amar is like fire, then Mahi is like earth, plant vibes, but their plant magic won't even work on this thing, because it turns out it's not even a plant. Like, what is happening? What is going on with that? Because it's like maybe even like an alien-y type thingy, I don't know. And then you have Juhi, who's like water queen, hydration queen, water bending queen, water ninja queen, etc. So all three of them. Oh, and there's a scene where like Juhi's trying to attack the thing with a water, and it's just growing, and they're like, stop watering the plants or the bleeding. And then she's like, bro, like, Amar, you literally made the situation worse by setting it on fire, and it's growing even more. And then Mahi's just sitting there like, what the fuck are these two doing? I'm gonna die because of these two idiots. You know, you see, the dynamic is so beautiful. And then also what happens, like, is when anyone uses their magic, your body automatically pays the price. So if I'm like, phew, fire, then I'll have to like involuntarily break my finger or rip my finger off. So what happens is, like, majority of scenes, people are ripping like fingers and body parts off, and obviously it's really painful. It's spewing blood everywhere, bone is like breaking, but then like they have to keep their fingers so they can reattach it later. So like people are just picking up fingers. But it's really funny because in every scene something's going wrong. People are bleeding out of all orifices, they are breaking bones, their skin is peeling, they are all wrecks. Basically it's just kind of normalized to have a bunch of like things around your hand now. Like, what is even happening? So yeah, love that. And yeah, because then they're wasting their magic by attacking the fool, so then they become even more injured, and they're like, wait, shit, this doesn't even work. Because when the MCs find like the fool for the first time, they don't even know how it works. But do they stop it? What happens? How can it be stopped? And because like they've found out info from it, from this like thing, which I'm not gonna say, but like it has info, they're like, the info says weakness unknown. So they're like, wow, we have no idea how to kill this thing, our magic won't even work, what the heck do we do? And like, even physically, if they try to punch it, oh wait a second, it's come into contact with my skin, I'm now disintegrated. And then even if they use knives and shit, like, it's just gonna grow back even bigger. So there's literally nothing they can do. So what do they do to stop it? Who knows? Do they stop it? There's other monsters as well. Will I talk about them? No, because this video is like 10 hours now. So thank you so much for watching. I had really fun filming it. And yeah, bye!